So the reason that we're all here today is my amazingly beautiful wife, who looks absolutely incredible, which is no surprise to me whatsoever. People often ask me how we first met, so I thought I'd share that with you today. So it was a warm Friday night. Came home from a hard day's at work. It was the first hot day of the year, and my flatmate and good friend Matty was sunbathing in the garden. We decided naturally that the only thing to do at a moment like this was go straight to the beer garden. So Matty and I we went a bit further afield. And after a few drinks, we decided that we should head back to our favoured Burton Road, which is nearer where we live, and have a couple of nightcaps before calling it a day. Matty and I, as two young single men, stood outside, trying desperately to pluck up the courage to speak to somebody. We stood outside and this amazingly beautiful young girl walks past in a burgundy jacket, and she leaves the bar, and I thought, wow, she's out of my league, but damn, I've missed my chance. Anyway, 10 minutes later, she walks back in, and by some absolute miracle, I ended up getting chatting to her. At the end of the night, the lights come on in the bar, which is when you find out who you've really been chatting to. But thankfully, I mustn't have looked too bad, and I thought, I'm going to ask for a number. So I went over to her, I asked for a number, and another miracle, she puts a number in my phone. We went our separate ways, and the next day I messaged her, and we were chatting for a little while before she admitted that she couldn't remember my name. She was highly embarrassed at this point, but that embarrassment was really amplified when I told her the next thing she couldn't remember, which was that she'd saved her name in my phone as Caitlin, the love of your life. And that's really where our story started, which has led us to today.
So as I'm sure you'll agree, that was a simply lovely story that Richard's just told us about his first meeting with Caitlin and when they first met. We're all going to go away with a lovely image of what a lovely romantic night that was. Now it's my understanding that when Richard and Caitlin got talking that night, they were just completely transfixed with each other. They were completely inseparable, they lost sight of everyone else around them, and the rest of the world just sort of melted away. Now, inevitably, after a drink or two, Richard needed to go to the loo. He was gone all of 30 seconds before Caitlin turned round to Matty and said, "Where's he gone? He should be here. Oh my God, he doesn't like me. Matty, you have to go and find him." Now, Richard has been known to fall asleep in toilets before. Haven't we all? And perhaps Caitlin was intuiting another light bulb unscrewing story, but if that's not simply the definition of falling madly in love, then I don't know what is.
And since we've met and continued together, I've been so lucky to learn of all the amazing qualities you have. Over the last 5 years, Caitlin has been so supportive to me through some quite challenging personal moments. She's also helped me navigate those moments, and she's helped me be present in the happiest moments too. She has a very unique ability to make everything seem okay, and always sees the positives in situations. She's amazingly kind, amazingly caring and loving. She's unbelievably hard work. I didn't even write that one down. I'll start. Amazingly hard working. And even funny, even if she does find her own jokes more hilarious than anybody else. She's incredibly loyal to her loved ones, and she's fiercely proud of her Scottish roots. I always find this out during international football tournaments when I say, "So who are you supporting today?" Her response is, "Whoever England are playing." But joking aside, I could literally talk about her qualities all evening, but everyone who's ever met her will already know all about these. It's these qualities which make her such a perfect person and a perfect partner to me, and I'm sure and hopefully one day in the future you'll make an even more perfect mother. I'm so lucky to have met you, and I remind myself of that every day, and I just want you to know how much you mean to me.
Dearly beloved, you have come together here before a minister of the Church and in the presence of this community, so that your intention to enter into marriage may be strengthened by the Lord with a sacred seal, and your love be enriched with his blessing, so that you may have the strength to be faithful to each other forever and to assume all the responsibilities of married life. And so, in the presence of the Church, I ask you to state your intentions.
I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Richard Daniel Corrie, do take thee, Caitlin Marple McBride, to be my lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part.
I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Caitlin Marple McBride, do take thee, Richard Daniel Corrie, to be my lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, to love and to cherish, till death do us part.
May the Lord, in his kindness, strengthen the consent you have declared before the Church, and graciously bring to fulfillment his blessing within you. What God joins together, let no one put asunder. Let us bless the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Well, welcome everyone to Prestonfield House and the day of Caitlin and Richard's wedding. Thank you very much for coming to join us today. A very special day in a beautiful location, the backdrop of the evergreen Holyrood Park and mystical Arthur's Seat.
But I think the first place to start for me is just to say a massive thanks to everyone for all the effort you've made getting here today. You know, we've got people here from New Zealand, Australia, the USA as well, and obviously many from south of the border in England and across Scotland as well. So just a quick word to say that we absolutely appreciate all the effort you've made to be here, and it definitely hasn't been unnoticed by the two of us.
So, as Richard mentioned, we met back at school. We both went to the Queen Catherine School, whose school motto was, "We're all winners at the Queen Catherine School." So it's good to see that the old school motto still holds true, because Richard is most certainly a winner today. Caitlin, on the other hand, it looks like you went to the wrong school, because Richard is most certainly punching above his weight with you. As I'm sure everyone here will agree, you look so beautiful today. So both Richard and Caitlin's capability to care for their family and friends is so incredible to see. Not just to see, but to feel it as well. So I'm so grateful for that. You really know you've got good friends when they're there for you in your lows, but they're ecstatic for you during your highs as well. I ultimately think the world would be a little bit of a better place if we were all a little bit more like Richard and Caitlin. Their capacity for pure, non-judgmental, true kindness is a gift that we all get to receive. And I for one couldn't be happier that we're all here today to celebrate them. So, if you could all be upstanding for the last time. I'd like to propose a toast to Caitlin, Richard, and to kindness.
Okay, can we get your loudest cheer for the happy couple, Caitlin and Richard, as they take to the floor for the very first time as husband and wife.
I just want to finish off by reiterating what I said when I proposed, which is that I love you so much, more than sometimes I think you know. You're my best friend, and I just can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together. So I'd just like to do another final toast. So if everyone could stand again and raise a glass. To my incredible wife, Caitlin.